You guys are known for being avid readers. Is there something you guys are reading right now, or a book you really love right now?
We're all reading, yeah.
We can just go down the line on this.
Sure.
I'm only maybe 70 or 80 pages into a Pulitzer Prize winning book called Middlesex,
Okay.
which is really, really well written. I'm not far enough into the meat of it yet to know exactly what's going on, but I know it's really beautifully written. And I don't know. I've recently been thinking, can you really go wrong if you just go down the list of Pulitzer Prize winners and just read those? Like Ironweed was like if you're just looking for a great book to start, I don't know how you could go wrong. So I'm reading Middlesex, and it's really, really strong starting out. We're very creatively written. The story is very engaging, so it's great. I like to sort of bounce back and forth. I like to try to keep two happening all the time, even though I sign up for more than that. I think we all do make this mistake of trying to read 5 or 6 books at once. I like kind of keeping like a really beautiful fiction book and then something historically significant happening. Right now, I just have this Middlesex book going, and I'm sort of searching to figure out what the next historical one is. Bob had suggested one that you just gave your wife, which it might be next on the docket for me as far as historical.
It's called Hellhound on My Trail by Hampton Sides, and it's about the Martin Luther King assassination and the ensuing search for the killer, and it is absolutely amazing, very gripping. Just I can't say enough about it. I spent some time in Memphis, Tennessee, and so to read it from the perspective of kind of being in Memphis for a while, it just it was a tremendous book that I couldn't put down, and it was so good that I'm having trouble finding my next book. I'm picking them up and I'm putting them down because I can't find anything as gripping as that. Hampton Sides, Hellhound on My Trail.
I just finished Losering by David Manconi about Ryan Adams, the Whiskey Town story, and I'm sorry, Ryan Adams, for reading it because I'm a huge fan of Ryan Adams, and I've loved most everything he's ever done, and I always appreciate everything he's done. But it's an interesting. It kind of took me in because a lot of the places that David Manconi talks about in the late '90s, we were playing all these same places just in different forms, and then a couple years after. And so it's very interesting to read about these places that are gone in Raleigh, North Carolina, and around North Carolina. And, other than that, I'm trying to read. I realize that I have all these opinions about what spirituality and Christianity are, and I've never read the Bible. So I'm trying to read the Bible from the beginning to the end because I realize I have opinions that
That's a job.
And I mean,
it's awesome.
It's
a job.
But that's slow going. That's not exactly enjoyable all the time. But anyway, okay.
Sure, no,
reading Gandhi autobiography just so I can argue with these guys even more, and starting Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance for about the 5th time. I get halfway through and I never get past halfway.
Yeah.
And then I spend too much time away. And now
You gotta see it through. It's a short one.
It's a short one, but it's really tough.
Yeah.
So I was thinking last night, I was trying to read this Thomas Merton book, and it was about Zen. That Thomas Merton wrote this book about Zen. I'm thinking I need to read that book again, and so that might be my next book.
We'll read it
back
together.
to Zen.
Yeah.
We'll have book clubs.
Yes, we will.